Hello and welcome to my media museum. I decided to start off the new year 2024 with the A to Z 45 RPM vinyl records collections. Now I do have a few more boxes of mixed titles. I decided I'm going to skip over those and I'll do them at the end because I've been really anxious to get to this A to Z collection. So that being said, here we're starting off number one with a band called 707 and a track called I Could Be Good For You. Now that's pretty much one-hit wonders here. They did have two albums originally. There was a third that lingered in litigation for a couple decades, and then they had another attempt at trying to come back after that. But for the most part, they had two records during the time period. The singer, Todd Howarth, he sang with Ace Frehley on Frehley's Comet for the first two studio albums and that live EP that was in between them. So anytime you hear Frehley's Comet song and it's not Ace Frehley singing, it's the lead singer from 707 here. He also ended up being the keyboardist for Cheap Trick, their touring keyboardist. But for the most part, I think that's pretty much the claim to fame for this band and its members. The B-side of this being a song called Let Me Live My Life. So, anyways, we've only got a couple of bands by the numbers. Next up would be 10cc with The Things We Do for Love. Like walking in the rain and the snow and there's all nowhere to go and all that good stuff. And the B-side of this one being a song called Hot to Trot. Now, I do have 3 copies of this one here. I do want to show you this one because you'll notice they broke up the 10cc. This may be the original print actually. See how there's a space between 10cc? It is not supposed to be. It should be just like this. 10cc. No 10cc. Get it? Alright, well, hit number 5 in January of 1977, apparently, according to somebody's notes, Rambone's notes. But that pretty much covers 10cc and The Things We Do for Love. I got 3 copies, like I just showed you. Moving on, we're going to move on to 38 Special, Caught Up in You. So, Caught Up in You, little girl. Now, I think I've shown this one previously in the past, B-side being a song called Firestarter. And this next one I'm pretty sure we've shown previously too, but this is my main collection here that we're into now. This is the collection that I had before I bought any of the previous stuff that I've shown you. I was building up a collection, adding to it, putting things in alphabetical order as I went along, and trying to keep it up, and it just got kind of overwhelming. I was buying, way too many, and it was very time consuming to try and keep everything sorted by category, and just a lazy collector, I'll admit it. Buy it and stash it kind of thing. So here's Hold On Loosely. Again, another one that, like I said, we have seen in another video. B-side being Throw Out the Line. But I'm going to try not to make those comments. I'm going to pretend like this is the first go-round with me filming 45s. Because like I said, I am into the main collection here, and there's going to be a lot of really great things that we've already shown you previously that we're not going to see here, and vice versa. There's going to be some things we're going to run across in this collection that I know I haven't seen any other copies since the original ones that I picked up. So it should be quite interesting going through these boxes, A to Z, and we've already got the numbers done. 38 Special, that was it. We had 707, 10cc, and 38 Special. Now we're here with A Taste of Honey. So there will be some disco popping up in here. Boogie, Oogie, Oogie. They're fun songs that are popular at parties that people, at least in my age group, recognize and know well. So, I'm not a big fan of disco, but I didn't hate it either. I hated it at the time because it took my rock and roll station away. There will be some. B-side being World Spin. And since we're just going alphabetically, you're not going to have any consistency in rock, metal, pop, disco. It's going to be whatever's next in line. And here's a perfect example we've got ABBA doing SOS. And I did like a lot of what ABBA did. I'm not sure if I'd necessarily call the bulk of their work disco, more like dance pop from the 70s, early 80s maybe. But I didn't hate ABBA. I liked ABBA. And Man in the Middle being the B-side of SOS. So we've got a few ABBAs here to go through. And as I had said before, when I get to picture sleeves in this collection, we're just going to do the picture sleeves and then show you the disc. I'm not pulling them out and doing them in a separate video again. Those videos got like the least amount of views anyways, which I am just completely puzzled by why there hadn't been more interest in picture sleeves, because I think they're great. You get to see a picture of the band or some artwork from the album, and you get to see the vinyl as well. So I don't understand why those videos have not done well, but they haven't. And so as I go through the A to Z's, we're just going to do them as we come across them. Keep everything in the order that I have it. This is actually the B side. I'm a Marionette. The A side was Take a Chance on Me, Take a Chance, chance, take a chance. Do, 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 do. All right, so that's all the ABBA I had in the original collection, apparently. We got two smoking hot AC/DCs here in a row. Highway to Hell, which was Bon Scott on vocals. And the B-side to that was Night Prowler, I Sleep in the Day. And the next one up is a Brian Johnson one with Go Zone off of Blow Up Your Video. And I actually saw them here in Denver, Colorado on that tour. That was a really good show. I remember Brian Johnson getting mad because his microphone kept cutting out on him. He actually threw it down on the stage and stomped on it. I got a real good laugh out of that. The man was not happy. Right from the first song, he comes out and his mic's cutting in and out on him. And yeah, so that's one thing I definitely remember about that show. B-side of this is actually the first song on the Blow Up Your Video album, which Heat Seeker, which is a really great AC/DC song. But then, you know, AC/DC doesn't have very many bad songs. For the most part, every AC/DC song is worth listening to, if not awesome. And so next up here, we got a Casablanca Records with Ace Frehley, who we were just talking about Frehley's comment in the very beginning of this video when we were talking about 707 and the lead singer being from that band, joining Ace Frehley for his Frehley's Comet releases. But side A here, New York Groove. Again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but this is definitely one that we have covered previously. But this is the original collection, and this is the only Ace Frehley 45 that I had. We got ducks quacking over here. I think the wife's home, and somebody's paging her, or texting her, whatever. So if you heard the duck quack, solve the mystery for you. That's the wife's phone. So here we've got an Aerosmith cover sleeve, picture sleeve of Angel, which has some really nice artwork there. And the back side has the exact same picture, but with a little bit more information given down the side there. And there's the old barcode if you care to see that. But here is the vinyl itself at 1987. You're my angel. And Girl Keeps Coming Apart was the B-side to that one. I also have a second copy here of the same song, same 45. Doesn't really look to have anything different. It's just not quite as nice a looking copy. So that's why I chose to show you the other one. Alright, then next up, of course, well, we're jumping all the way back to the beginning here. We've got Aerosmith doing Dream On, which was, I believe, their first 45 single record ever, 1973. Definitely off of the first album. And the B-side of this one being a song called Somebody. Alright, next up, we've got another Aerosmith. Had a few of them. This one's Back in the Saddle Again. And you'll notice this is off of Rocks. And the B-side here is a song called Nobody's Fault, which was also off of the Rocks album. But that one, you might recognize it more by the sorry, I'm so sorry, should have called it the I'm Sorry song, not Nobody's Fault, because I don't remember him ever saying Nobody's Fault in the lyrics of the song, but maybe he does. I have to go back and read the lyrics rather than just listening to the tune. But next up, we've got Last Child, which was another really good one off of Rocks. And the B-side of that had the song Combination. Alright, so that covers all the Aerosmiths that we've got. Next up, we've got what to me was a one-hit wonder with Al Stewart doing Time Passages. Really good song that I liked a lot, but I couldn't tell you another Al Stewart song. B-side being Almost Lucy. So, next up, we have my original, from when I was a kid, copy of Alan O'Day's Undercover Angel, Answer to My Prayers. As far as I know, again, this is another one-hit wonder kind of thing. 1977. And the B-side of this being Just You. Same B-side on every copy I have ever seen. And next up, we're going to have the first Alan Parsons project here with a song called Damned If I Do. Damned if I don't, but I love you. And the B-side of that being If I Could Change Your Mind. Alright, we're going to end part 1 right here, and we'll pick up with another Alan Parsons project in part 2 in just a few. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you again.